All right, we're going to go live here in a little bit. Let people start tuning in to the channel. Give it about another 3 minutes. Couple more minutes, we'll let some folks start popping in. So I know this is a tough time, and we've got a lot of people, employees, companies all doing their best to get through this. I know everybody at Rapify is pulling together to make sure we make it through this and get to the other side. But we've got some really amazing news about an amazing campaign that we're going to announce here in a minute. Something that I'm super excited about, and the entire team is rallying together to get this thing going. So we'll give it another few minutes, and then we'll get on with it. Let's see, how many people do we got on right now? Okay. And if you're able to see this, we're live on LinkedIn, we're live on our Rapify YouTube channel. But without further ado, we've got a really amazing campaign that we're launching. We're calling it Delivery Drives Relief. And this campaign is designed to put 100% of the profits that Rapify receives directly into the pockets of delivery drivers. For those of you who aren't aware of what Rapify does, we're one of the largest ad platforms that participates in the gig economy. We have a little over 280,000 drivers subscribed on the platform nationwide. And it's always been our mission to allow folks, so whether you're a daily, somebody who wants to monetize your commute, if you're a ride sharing driver, a delivery driver, or anybody who participates in the gig economy, Rapify is an amazing bolt-on to help add even more revenue into the pockets of those participating drivers. And we're launching a brand new campaign. I'll share my screen real quick. We're calling it Delivery Drives Relief. So if you're able to see my screen, the name of the game here is we're getting 10 brands to participate. All 10 brands will get an equal share of voice on this campaign. We're launching it nationwide on 1,900 vehicles. It's a really amazing campaign because it's for the first time, we're not only allowing drivers to make what they already earn. So the average driver on these campaigns will earn somewhere in that $300 to $400 per month. This campaign's duration is set for 8 weeks. The goal is to launch this towards the tail end of all the quarantining. And the ethos behind this is delivery drivers just doing delivery by itself it's really hard to make a livable wage just doing that activity. And we want to do what we can to help support a group of working individuals that are doing what really needs to be done to keep America in business. It also helps flatten the curve for COVID-19. It keeps people from going out and exposing themselves. So these drivers are doing a lot of work to not only help us continue to keep the economy moving, keep those local restaurants and local businesses in business, but it also allows us to continue to get what we need, have food delivered, have your favorite meal from your favorite restaurant, get supplies from your local grocery store, etc. So just to kind of recap here, the campaign is going to be deployed nationwide. We're focusing on the markets that are going to be most heavily impacted by these quarantines. So there are several different markets. We have a few different sources that are helping us identify markets. Some examples of markets are Las Vegas, Savannah, Georgia, as well as Atlantic City. And these aren't limited to those markets, but those are some of the markets that are being most heavily impacted by these social distancing measures. So if you're a brand that's interested in participating, reach out to me or reach out to your Rapify representative. If you're interested in helping us spread the word, please reach out to me or your Rapify representative. This is an amazing cause. Rapify as a company isn't going to receive any sort of monetary benefit from this. The goal here is to take the profits and add it in addition to what drivers will normally earn. We estimate somewhere in that $1,000 in addition to the $800 to $1,000 that drivers will already be earning on the platform through the driving that they do while participating in the various delivery services that exist today. Would love to answer questions in the comments. So if you have questions about this campaign, I'm going to stay on for about 5 minutes. We want to keep this pretty short. So I've got a few that are rolling through right now. I'm going to hit stop sharing. And enable camera. All right. So one of the questions that just popped through, what is the total estimated amount of additional revenue that'll go into the pockets of these participating 1,900 delivery drivers? We estimate an additional 2 million. So that'll be divided across all 1,900 delivery drivers in addition to what they would normally earn. So what's really cool about this and what's really important to touch on is there's a lot of different causes and a lot of different measures that are being taken to help the businesses that are being impacted. Obviously, the economic stimulus that was just passed early this morning. I think it was like 1 a.m. this morning. That's amazing, but nothing's really being done, or at least nothing to my knowledge is being done to help the gig economy. And we're putting our best foot forward in getting our brand clients and agency partners to help this cause. It'll be the first time we've ever had a campaign where we have multiple brands on vehicles. So the way it'll work is all 10 brands will be rotated through all 10 spots on the vehicle. So that way we're ensuring every brand has 100% share of voice on the campaign. There are several brands that are participating in various things to help different causes, but this one really is focused on the gig economy. Our hearts go out to all of the drivers that are doing this work. It's not easy, doing delivery for things like grocery delivery and going into grocery stores that are ransacked and having to pilfer through all the aisles, making sure that we're able to still get, our favorite restaurant dish, and be able to continue to also do business. It keeps commerce moving. And it also, I think the other big piece of this too is, this too shall pass, and the value of out of home at the tail end of this, I think will be greater than probably ever before, because we're sitting in our homes, we're doing our best to social distance and continue to work from home. And while the benefits of that from a health standpoint exist, it's really tough to continue to connect with people. So the goal here is to keep America moving, get America back on the road, and ultimately help those drivers put a little bit more cash in their pockets through this really trying time. We're actively working, our entire sales organization is actively working with our existing brand clients to participate on this. So we're going to be launching a landing page sometime either later today or later this. We have a blog post that just went live. I'll make sure to share that here. In fact, I'll put that in the comment feed so everybody could go to it and learn more about it. Let's see here. General copy link. All right. Blog post is in the feed. This is also my second time ever live streaming. I'm super excited about having access to LinkedIn Live. I've had a lot of friends get access to it months and months ago, and I've been super jealous. So super excited to see that happen. We're going to keep it light. There's not much more to talk about outside of the fact that this campaign has 100% of our focus. It's a campaign that's going to really affect the gig economy, and hopefully we get 10 brands to sign up within short order, so we could get this thing on the road at the tail end of April, early May, and hopefully not any later than that. It'll be one of the largest campaigns we've ever launched in terms of quantity of vehicles. We've launched several national campaigns for some of the largest brands on the planet. We have another part of our workforce that we don't talk about a lot, but that's our network of Rapify certified installers. It's roughly 500 entities nationwide. And these folks are also very, very impacted by this. Getting vehicle wraps, fleet vehicle installations, all of that has slowed down. This also really impacts that industry. It's definitely a way for us to get them to continue to operate, continue to stay in commerce, and continue to do what they do best, which is wrap vehicles and make sure that they're pushing super hard. So, with all that being said, I really appreciate you all tuning in. I hope everybody out there is safe and getting through this as best as you can. If there's anything that I can do to help, if you need somebody to talk to, or if you need advice on how startups are weathering the storm, we're probably going to do another live stream that's focused on that. For all of our out-of-home industry agency partners, we know this is tough, and we're all doing what we can to get through this. So really appreciate everybody tuning in, and be safe out there. We're going to stop the live stream for now. We'll be back online probably at some point later this week. Really appreciate it. Thanks, folks.